Welcome back to my kitchen. Yeah, we are totally experimenting today. This is a request of one of our YouTube family members. This Laffy Taffy Pound Cake. Y'all know I'm crazy enough to just try it, okay? So listen, disclaimer, it's a total experiment. I have no clue as to how it's going to turn out. My concern is the Laffy Taffy sinking and getting stuck to the pan. As much as like when I use chocolate chips or candy or something like that and toss it in flour, oftentimes my stuff will still sink. So I'm hoping that will not be the case. If it does, I'm going to show it to you anyway. But this is what we're doing today. And also, let me say this really quick. And this is based on a comment, okay? When I cook or when I bake, I'm really catering to those who really want to learn how to cook or bake. You guys have no idea the beautiful comments and emails that I get from people who've never been able to bake, and then they started watching my channel and they send me pictures of their beautiful pound cakes and creations that they've made, and they are so excited because they've been successful. A lot of that has to do because I try my best to take the time to give you clear instructions. I'm not just trying to bake a pound cake, make it pretty, and then you can see the end result. I really want to show you, and I want you to be able to do this. So for those of you that feel like I talk too much in my videos, please don't watch, okay? Just like you clicked on the video, feel free to click off. You don't even have to say anything. Just dismiss yourselves and it will be perfectly fine, because I promise you there are more of our YouTube family members who appreciate the fact that I talk so much than the two of you that don't, okay? All right. So we are doing this Laffy Taffy Pound Cake today, y'all. I'm really excited, but I'm also nervous. So let me explain to you. You all know I like to share my thought process, okay? To start off, I want a larger cake, so we're going to do the 4 cups of flour, like we did the plain pound cake. We're going to pretty much do that recipe again, and I'm going to, like I said, I wanted a larger cake, and in an effort to keep these pieces of Laffy Taffy from sinking, I felt like it would help too if the batter was kind of thick. All right, so we have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I didn't even sift this time. Just curious, okay? I'm not sifting today. 4 cups of all-purpose flour, and then I've added ½ teaspoon of salt to this. There will be no leveling agent today, so it's going to be natural with the eggs. So we're using our whisk attachment so we can whip that air into this batter, okay? 4 cups of all-purpose flour, ½ teaspoon of salt. Then we have 6 large eggs that are room temperature. I've already cracked them. We have 3/4 cups of milk. It is room temperature. I have 4 sticks of, y'all, I didn't measure out my sugar. That's what I meant to do. We will be using 3 cups of sugar. I was getting ready to do that before I turned the camera on and then totally slipped my mind, okay? Okay, let's see. 3 cups of sugar. Okay, 3 cups of sugar. All right. We have 4 sticks. I have 4 sticks of unsalted butter. One of our YouTube family members asked me, Miss Donna, can you please show me exactly what your butter looks like room temperature? Okay, so we have the 4 sticks here, and I'm so glad I remembered this. This is what my room temperature butter looks like, okay? I'm going to kind of give you an idea with my fingers. I think she felt like she's leaving her butter out too much and it's just too soft, okay? Now keep in mind, we keep, you see I can put a dent in it. It's easy to break, and I'm just trying to do this. I'm hoping this is going to help you, okay? Let me try to break it. See how it bends easily? See that? Okay, so this is what we're looking like room temperature today. Sometimes it is a little softer, but it doesn't need to be so soft that it's runny, okay? So I certainly hope that helps. We usually keep our temperature, most of the time, the temperature in our home is set on 67 for the heat. I know some of you are like, ooh, that's cold. 67. Now, if I know my little bitty baby dude is coming over here during the day or something, a lot of times I'll bump it up to 70 degrees. But most of the time, it's 67 degrees in here. Okay? So that will make a difference in how soft your butter gets. Like for somebody that may keep their temperature on 74 degrees in their home, their butter is going to be softer than mine. And my butter has been sitting out for a few days. Okay? All right. So we have the 4 sticks of butter, unsalted. We have our Laffy Taffy, the star of the show. Now what you saw me doing in the beginning, when I put my Laffy Taffies, first of all, I put them in the freezer because I felt like when I used my little Ninja, it's in the sink, you guys, but I was using my little Ninja to break up the Laffy Taffies, and I felt like it would be easier to do that if they were hard, kind of like ice, so it would crack up. Again, I love to share with you guys my thought process and why I do certain things. So they were in the freezer. So once I used my Ninja to break them up, some of them got a lot finer than others. First of all, I felt like I put too much in the Ninja in the beginning. I shouldn't have put that many, okay? So that's when I was grinding them up a little bit, and then I took some out and then added some back in, okay? I had too much. So what I wanted to do was sift. I wanted to sift my Laffy Taffies so I can keep the larger pieces separate from the pieces that were more fine. I might sprinkle this on the top. I don't know. I might sprinkle some in the batter. I think I might do that. So we'll probably have some of these and these. Whoo, y'all. But that's why I sifted them to get the little fine pieces out, so I would have the two different sizes. Okay, does that make sense, you guys? All right. If by chance I forgot something, the ingredients they're always in the description box below, as with the link to this mixer. It's in the description box below as well. Now, as far as mind your business, I know y'all saw these two little taffies over here that didn't get mixed up. My favorite is the banana, so I left me out two. Yes, these are mine. Don't worry about what I'm doing, okay? These are for me. Okay, and I probably had at least about 5 or 6 of each color, I think, maybe, or each flavor. Now with my flavorings, y'all already know I want to use some of my Creme Bouquet. What does it taste like, Miss Donna? Creme Bouquet? Bakery in a bottle. That's all I know to tell you. To me, it reminds me of, turn that light all the way up, like a bakery in a bottle. That's the only way I know how to describe it, y'all. Okay, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of my butter vanilla. And see, this is a fun cake, so you guys can add whatever type of flavorings or extracts that you want. Since my favorite is the banana, I'm gonna use a little of this banana extract. And then I'm gonna add some strawberry. I had this strawberry oil, and most of the time, y'all, I use the whole bottle, but it's a little more than half, and it was all that was left in the cabinet. Honey, I'm getting ready to pour all this in there so I can get this bottle out of the cabinet. Okay, true story. That's why I'm gonna use it. And I'm gonna use all of it. All right. Now, don't you do that. You taste it. Taste it and see how much oil you need to use. If you decide to use the oil, because y'all know I like a lot of flavoring in my cakes. Okay, so I'm gonna put this up here because I'm getting ready to use it in a second. I have a little bit of, about a couple tablespoons of flour here, because I'm gonna toss my little Laffy Taffy chunks in the flour. All right. Then we're gonna do a glaze. Look, y'all, the glaze is gonna have all of the colors of the Laffy Taffy. So we're gonna have the purple, the pink, the green. Wait a minute, where's the little yellow? I use the yellow one, so this one is yellow. And then we have purple, pink, and green colors that we're gonna do with the little, with my glaze on the top. All right. Honey, she was specific about that. She wanted all the colors in the glaze. Y'all are funny. So, Lizzie, total experiment. Total experiment. I went old school. We used some Crisco and greased our pan and dusted it with flour. Oh my goodness, I just pray this does not sink. So we will see. Oven is already preheated to 325 degrees. Y'all already know it's time to rock and roll. Of course, I have thoroughly washed my hands. Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands. Let me turn the microphone on. Let me use the back side, because some of y'all will be like, Miss Donna, why are you talking into the part where you mixing the cake? Y'all so funny. Is this thing on? Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. All right, so wash them nasty hands. All right, okay, thank you. All right, we're going to start by adding our 3 sticks of butter to our mixing bowl. Three sticks of room temperature unsalted butter. And you know, this video may be a little bit longer because I'm giving all these instructions, but y'all, I do like to type. I do like to talk. I think that's another thing that most of you all enjoy, because I have a sense of humor. At least I like to think I have a sense of humor. At least I like to think I have a sense of humor. And I like talking to y'all. I do. I like talking to y'all. But it does make me, listen, it makes my soul happy when I get those emails of those beautiful cakes that y'all have been making. It just blesses me. I feel like mission accomplished, you know what I mean? Okay. Now I like to add my extracts to the very beginning of the mixing process. We're going to add about a teaspoon of this Creme Bouquet. And by adding them at the very beginning, it allows my flavors and extracts to be incorporated throughout the entire mixing process, okay? A teaspoon of this butter vanilla. And then we have some of our banana extract. Did I show this to you guys up close? I can't remember if I did. Pure banana extract. I know I showed you all the, about a teaspoon, I guess. And then our strawberry oil. You can always use a strawberry extract if you like. I purchased my oils. We're going to use the rest of that. I purchased my oils and my Creme Bouquet from my local cake supplier. I get that question all the time. I go purchase it locally. I've heard that you can purchase it from Amazing, aka Amazon. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is when I turn my mixer on, I'm going to mix this butter and extracts by itself just for a few seconds to kind of mix that butter up. And then I'll slowly start adding my sugar. Now once I get my sugar added, I'm going to cream this butter and sugar. Cream my butter and sugar for at least 10 minutes. I'll have to stop a couple of times and scrape down the sides of my bowl, because what will happen is the butter and sugar will start accumulating on the sides of the bowl, which means if it's up here on the sides of the bowl, it's not down in the bowl getting properly creamed. I'll also be creaming on high, so this medium high. This mixer is usually set on about 8, 7.5, 8. Okay? Again, we'll cream for 10 minutes. And then once we've creamed for 10 minutes, I'm going to stop the mixer so you can see exactly what light and fluffy should look like. You'll notice that the butter and sugar has gotten lighter in color. You should not be able to hear those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl, okay? I'll always set me a timer for 10 minutes. I'm looking at my microwave, and then I just walk away and do some other stuff while this is creaming. Please do not skimp on this part, because it does make a difference in the outcome of your cake. If you've not properly creamed, it can also cause your cake to be gummy and streaky on the inside. Alright? So take the time to properly cream. It makes a difference. Alright, I think that's everything that I wanted to tell you guys. So let's start getting creamed up. And then once we are finished creaming, I'll stop so you can see what light and fluffy looks like. Ten minutes later. And we are light and fluffy. You guys, it is so important. That's what you should be looking like. To make sure that you take the time to cream like you should, especially with this recipe where we're not using any baking powder or baking soda. No leveling agent, okay? We are solely depending on these eggs to help this cake rise. So you need to whip it, baby, whip it, okay? Now it's time to start adding our eggs. I'll be adding them one at a time. I do not wait until the egg necessarily totally disappears. When that yolk breaks up, separates, I'll mix for a few seconds and then I'll add the next egg, okay? Sometimes you have a situation where 2 eggs want to jump in. If that happens, that's fine. Just mix a few more seconds since you're incorporating 2 eggs as opposed to 1. So once we get all of the eggs added, then it's time to start adding our flour and our milk. We will be alternating. We start with the dry, the flour, and we end with the dry, the flour. So we'll add a little flour, mix a little bit, and then we'll add some milk, and then we'll add more flour, and then add milk. And we'll go back and forth until we have added the last bit of flour. Now, when it's time for me to start adding the flour, you'll notice I'm going to turn this mixer down. I'm going to turn it way down. This mixer is usually set on about 2. You want to mix the flour and the milk on low. This is where a lot of people end up messing up because they over mix the cake. You're not trying to get this batter silky smooth. Right? You want the flour to be moistened, but it does not, you're not trying to whip it until you get it silky smooth. That will definitely cause your cake to fall, all right? It could also cause other issues as well, so don't overmix. This part does not take nearly as long as the creaming of the butter and the sugar. It only takes maybe about 2 minutes, if that long. Probably won't take me that long today because I'm going to hand mix a little at the end, because I'll also be folding in the Laffy Taffies, okay? All right, so we're going to finish getting this cake mixed up, and then it's going to be time to fold in the candy and get it baked. make sure that you scrape up under the bottom to make sure everything is thoroughly mixed up, okay? My flour. These Laffy Taffy, some of them have gotten a little stiff. Probably don't need all of them. So we're tossing them in flour, you guys. Oh, and a correction too. My oven should be on 300 and not 325. This is a larger batter cake, so we're gonna bake it a little bit slower. So the oven is preheated to 300 degrees and not 325. All right. Okay. So this is what our Laffy Taffy is looking like. Okay. And I'm not going to scoop them because I don't want to pick up a whole lot of flour. I'm just going to use my fingers and kind of grab them, okay? All these little Laffy Taffy pieces. And actually what I also meant to do was put a little bit of batter in the cake pan before folding these in. Let me see if I can get a little bit from the bottom. Trying to, because I really don't want any of, if at all possible, I'm trying to keep these, most of the candy from being at the very bottom. Don't know how successful I was in doing that, but in any event, we are folding. Okay. And we're just going to add them to the batter. few more. I think I'm just gonna kind of drop in here. And with this right here, y'all, I just want to do like a little ribbon of this. Have to kind of break it up because it's kind of stuck together. Y'all know how this chewy candy can be. That's why I'm a little more concerned about this than maybe like chocolate chips. But anywho, listen. It is what it is. So we're just going to put what I'm calling a little ribbon through here. Can you kind of see that a little bit? That little ribbon that I put through there. And then we'll just add the rest of this batter. Things y'all get me into. So we are trying to kind of get the batter kind of level as we can. As level as we can. Tapping it to release air bubbles. Hopefully not encouraging the candy to sink. But in any event, y'all, we're going in 300 degrees. I am setting my timer for about an hour and 20 minutes. But I'll let you know exactly how long it baked once it comes out. I am certainly hoping that it's just not a big mess where the candy has, because this, y'all know taffies are chewy and sticky and unlike chocolate chips. You know what I mean? So that's my concern. But like I said, we experimenting together. We are experimenting together. Y'all, my oven was just doing the most today. We baked for about at least an hour and 30 minutes. The last time I baked it was an hour and 20. So listen, as usual, per usual, it will definitely depend on your oven. Mine is wanting to do its own thing. So we're going to set the timer for at least 10 minutes before we flip. In the meantime, we're going to go in and make our glaze. So, ooh, get my milk. Y'all look. Y'all see this right here? What does that say? Y'all know I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm excited because this is our dude number 2 that's in college. He's graduating this year. So when I received this in the mail that said almost alumni, I was like, oh my goodness, no, that is not him on the announcement. But for those of you who have been with us, been part of our YouTube family, and you remember 4 years ago us moving him into college, then you understand, you overstand. And that's another reason, that's why I talk so much, because it's more than just about baking a cake. It's more than just about cooking dinner. It's more than just about going on field trips. You guys have really become family to us. So it's easy just to talk. So that's how I know when I get those comments about you talk too much, those are not our regular YouTube family members. I just don't believe that. Maybe they're visiting or something. I don't know. But in any event, I know our real YouTube family members, you guys appreciate that. And when I just opened that refrigerator and saw that, whoo, if you guys remember us moving him into the dorm room when he started college, just say in the comments, I remember, family. Okay, anyway, let's see, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, at least 4 different colors. Now, normally I oftentimes say I don't do measurements, but I'm trying to give you guys measurements that need them. So normally I would start with about 2 cups of powdered sugar, but we're going to do a little more probably today, since we're doing these 4 different colors, okay? So, but yeah, if you all, some of you really just do not understand how much you all mean to us as well. I know y'all talk about how much we mean to you guys, but y'all don't. The feeling is mutual. It's just, it's amazing. It is amazing. Okay. Y'all know I'm a glaze girl. I like a lot of glaze, but may or may not need all that, honey. We'll see. In any event. Oh, that's about 2.5 cups. Okay. Now for the glaze, I think I just want to do my creme bouquet. So I'm going to add just a little bit of creme bouquet. Now, when we get ready to add this milk, you all only add a little bit at a time. Because once you get it in there, you can't take it out. You cannot get it out, all right? I always make my glaze, I do it by hand. I just don't feel like there's a need for me to pull out a mixer. Great arm workout. So because I'm used to doing this, I can eye it, but you know, just don't add too much. Once you get it in, you can't get it out. I like for it to be thick, really thick in the beginning. That way it helps me to get it smooth. And that looked like a lot of powdered sugar, but by the time you add the milk, it's going to look like a little bit. Okay, now see, like this right here. See that? I don't like it quite that thick because it's hard to stir it, but add just a little bit more so I can kind of whip it a little bit. All right? Again, don't add too much, because what happens if you add too much liquid and it's really, I want to say watery, but you know, you've not added water, but you know what I mean, really watery and loose, then you have to add more powdered sugar to compensate, to get you back to where you need to be. Okay, so I like to start off pretty much with it kind of like this consistency. That way it's easy for me to whip it. And y'all, just that quick we have a glaze. Look at how smooth that is. See that? Really smooth, okay? So, And the fact that we're doing these different colors, I can already tell I'm going to need more. So we'll add more. I'm just eyeballing it. More liquid. Okay. And we will whip, 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 whip. You guys, I'm seeing some little color on the top of the cakes. I hope that means that they didn't all sink. Okay. See that? Look at there. Okay. Now you can always use a hand mixer or a mixer to do this if you like. I just don't think it's necessary. And I like my glazes to be pretty, you know, kind of thick. Alright, so let's see. And since I have 4 colors, I have 3 extra little glasses here that I'm just going to put some in. They all don't have to be the same amount. I'm going to start with just maybe a drop of each. This is the purple. We're going to put that in one. Okay. Then we have the green. Trying to do one little drop, but then it's like a little bit of it is hanging. And then we have the pink. And pink, green, both. And then in here, so we have the yellow for the banana. I did 2 drops of that since it's liquid. Yellow for the banana. The green for the sour apple. Green for the sour apple. Purple for the grape. And pink for the strawberry. Okie dokie. Alright, this timer is getting ready to go off. So now is the moment of truth. So we will be flipping this cake. Prayerfully, we will hear the thump immediately. And we will not have a repeat of the raspberry coconut cake disaster. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, this is the part that makes me nervous. And that's just the honest truth. This part makes me nervous. And I always like to flip on camera. So, oh, y'all praying. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Oh, it was a few seconds of a delay. Now I'm nervous to lift it up. y'all. Y'all see some little specks here and there? Look at them. Look at that, look at that. Look at that, look at that. See the little specks down on the inside? Let me stop, honey. Oh, this cake be in the floor. And then I be somewhere crying. Oh my goodness. See, that's why I wanted to do that 4 cups of flour, because that's tall. Y'all see that? Yes, Lord. Okay. Now, back to let's see, the glaze. So we have to let it cool. I cannot put the glaze on it now. Ooh, because it's too hot and it'll just run off. But we can mix up our colors. Let's get the colors mixed up so they'll be ready. It is time. Now I know you already know what this kind is, because tell everybody what happened to my Laffy Taffies in the beginning. To my bag of Laffy Taffies that I had in the freezer.
That look almost Eastery. As the colors is pretty. No,
tell everybody what you did.
Guys, here's the thing that took place. I saw some. I used to, if I put my candy up or something like that, put it in the freezer, put it up.
You don't be putting no candy in no freezer.
Okay, I do. I'm trying to get it hard way. When you get the chewy candy and it gets real sticky, or man,
or
listen.
if it start melting, you have.
Yeah, well, things of that sort. Well, it start melting, so you put it in the freezer, let it get just a little hard, so you can get it the way it needs to be. That's that's the thing we have there. So that's what we're at. That's what we were dealing with, and I thought.
You thought.
Well. Listen, Donna put something in the freezer or in the fridge. Do y'all have a rule at y'all house that after a certain number of days that is fair game for anybody, she'll put something in the freezer for 18 months, and then the moment you take it, then she'll say, have you seen that? It was 18 months ago I put this in.
I'm seeing some little. Is that your phone?
Wow.
Some little
What is that?
You know what that is.
No, I'm serious. What's that running?
Y'all, they didn't sink. Oh, that's the glaze. I didn't make it as thick this time.
Okay.
Because I wanted to streak it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let me get a
so the glaze is not as thick as I normally.
You need a pretty fork to go with this pretty. See, just the multicolor fork to go with the multicolor cake. This is.
Look, y'all.
Wow.
That's the stuff y'all get me into. Can y'all see some of the little specks? And see the glaze ran down when I cut it? Can y'all see that? Y'all, they didn't sink. I was so afraid.
That actually tastes like a Laffy Taffy.
Does it really?
What are these little specks in? It's like a...
It's Laffy. What I did was I grinded them up.
It's almost like, like it looks like a fruit cake.
Wait a minute, you haven't tasted anything.
I took the thing out of it.
You dug up.
Yeah. What are you supposed to do?
Let me see.
No, I don't. It tastes just like Laffy Taffy. It tastes just like Laffy Taffy.
It's light and fluffy too.
That is.
That's good. Baby, I was so afraid
This is crazy.
it was gonna stick.
I mean, the big Laffy Taffy.
This was one of our YouTube members, family members, a subscriber YouTube family member request. Laffy Taffy. And y'all, for those of you all that decorate cakes, I'm sure you all can figure out something real fun to do with the decor. But listen, y'all know I be trying to keep it simple because I don't like all this decorating of cakes.
It's good.
But I felt like it needs, isn't it? I felt like it needed to
And it tastes like a Laffy Taffy. Listen.
Maybe, are you tasting any banana flavor? What flavor are you tasting? Because in the cake, what I do, y'all, I think I did, I know I did strawberry.
An apple in here. A green one.
It has sour apple,
Yep.
strawberry, grape, and banana. And you guys, this is I think I got this bag out of Food Line. It's a 12-ounce bag, and I think I used all of them, but maybe about 7 or 8 of them. Oh, we gotta get a thumbnail, babe. Ooh, I had to be careful not to dump this. I'm not gonna be able to do that anymore. Wait a minute.
Let me hold it.
I'll let you hold it in the back. I'm trying to show. Oh, I like that, babe. Wait a minute. I'm trying to keep this. I'm trying to tilt the cake a little bit, but I don't want the icing, the glaze.
Gotta hold it up higher.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to make sure you can see that.
Well, turn your thing down so. Your picture.
It's fine. It's fine. That'll work. Thank you, babe. Let me taste another piece.
This is good. This is really good. It's a big cake too. This cake tall.
We're gonna do the 4 cups. I'm glad you noticed that I did the 4 cups of flour as opposed to the 4 sticks of butter, so it's a big cake.
This is a little short.
All right, you guys.
It's good too. Yeah, taste it. You can taste all of the colors. That's great.
You gonna try it?
Hey, put this in the kids playlist.
Oh, you guys, when I think I did this off camera, I added a little bit of the banana extract to the yellow. You know, banana is my favorite, so that's why I left me 2 pieces out. So, all right, we survived the Laffy Taffy cake. I told him, I said, y'all know I was crazy enough to try it. It is so soft though, and moist.
It is. That it is.
Okay, you guys, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so.
Hit the notice.
That's turning on that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we're doing whatever it is we're doing over here, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. I already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye. I'm just gonna get the little crumb.
I'm just on take the last breath, please.
So.
I'm with you. I'm always with you to the end.
But are those really chewy on the top? How does it taste what you eat with the little Laffy Taffies with the cake? Tastes like Laffy Taffy.
Tastes like a chewy pound cake.
Okay. Bye guys.